Welcome to another episode of the Bleav Kings podcast. I'm your host, Mark Haynes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that the Sacramento Kings are back. That's right. They are back. Back to 500, which is a big deal because a lot of us, including myself, didn't see this happening this soon. This 6-game win streak is nothing to not be proud of. Sacramento fans should be proud. And next, I'm going to tell you why. In this 6-game win streak, Doug Christie has did one heck of a job as the interim head coach. And me personally, I think this might be enough to say, let's go ahead and give it to him. Give him the head coaching position. Let's get rid of the interim part and all that. But I don't make the choices around here. So as y'all can see, I'm not in my normal place of recording. I was in here getting a workout, and like those who listened to the previous episode, I didn't expect the Sacramento Kings to win this game. I didn't think it was impossible, which I Bleav I said that too. But all I really was looking for was a hard fought game, and they gave us better. They continued the streak to 6. Wow. And again, like I said, the Sacramento Kings are back. This was a great team effort. You know, this was without their all-star guard, De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk stepped up. Domantas Sabonis had a ridiculous career franchise night, 28 rebounds, 23 points, 28 rebounds, absolute beast. And I expect that's what I want. I like the, I talked on ESPN 1320 with D'Lo and KC about it. I felt like the one small change, and it's still not a big change, but I felt like the one small change Doug Christie did make with the way these guys are playing, outside of just how hard it looks like they're playing for Doug. But I feel like Doug is making Sabonis be a real, more of a traditional big man. Obviously, he can pass the heck out of the ball, and he's going to be a playmaker no matter what. But in tonight's game, 23 points, 28 rebounds, and 3 assists. Obviously we're not going to get 20 rebounds every night, but as good as a rebounder as Sabonis is, he could get pretty close. But when I feel like they're a better team when he's dominating as a big instead of, a lead facilitator. And I think this game kind of showed that a little bit because you have a lot of guys on this team who can pass. You got Malik Monk, who finished the game with 20, I think 22 or 23 or something, and 8 assists. DeMar DeRozan, crossed the 20-point mark and had 9 assists. So it's not that Sabonis has to, lead the offense and lead the team and assist. The ball is going to move. You got guys that's unselfish. You got guys that want to make plays for others. And what I love about Domantas Sabonis is that if he wants to, he can be the best rebounder in the NBA. He's already led the league in rebounds, before or whatever. But I mean, really, really dominate the glass, just like he did against the Boston Celtics tonight. The Boston Celtics, I called them. I said I ain't called them, but I called them the best team in the NBA. They're the defending champions, and Sacramento went in there shorthanded, no De'Aaron Fox, and won this game. This is by far the biggest victory of the season. Not even close. This 6-game stretch has been the most impactful part of the season for the Sacramento Kings. 7 games ago, they got rid of their head coach, Mike Brown, promoted Doug Christie, lost his first game in LA, and he hasn't lost since. He's won on this streak right here. This is special. And obviously, the Kings are still 500. They're 19-19 now, but I think they're ahead of schedule when we thought 7 games ago. When you start looking at how far behind 500 this team was, we figured, all right, maybe they could get back if they win, on this next, this 5-game home streak. If they win 3 out of 5 here and go on the road, maybe they split Boston and Milwaukee, and then maybe you get on another little 2 or 3 game streak down the road, maybe closer to the All-Star break in February, you could get to that 500 mark. But Doug Christie and the shorthanded Sacramento Kings said, nah, we'll do you better. We go win 6 straight to get back even. We go do this. We go start January off right. We go be undefeated in January. Obviously, we ain't finished January, but undefeated thus far, and that's what their plan was. They came out there, they competed, and you know what Doug Christie got them doing? Believing. We're gonna talk about that a lot. This is the Bleav Kings podcast, so obviously we're gonna talk about believing in the Kings, and that's what people are doing, and that's what I think this streak is about. That's why I think this great basketball that we're seeing. They held the Boston Celtics under 100 points. Jason Tatum, 15 points tonight, shorthanded. Now let's talk about that. Why before I get too far. I was looking at a few podcasts, earlier today, and I seen a clip from my guy over at Yahoo Sports, Tom Haberstroh. I hopefully I pronounced your name right, because when a few years ago when we had the media jam, when my brother Chris Haynes hosted that with T-Mobile, had the media jam, and my man Tom was going out there doing his thing. I was announcing the game, and I kept saying his name wrong, and I apologize, bro. I apologize. Big fan of you. I think you do great work, but the clip I seen, and if you're watching this, you probably know where I'm going with it. The clip I seen said that he broke down how the Kings are, I Bleav it was plus minus and things. The Kings, but he broke it down and he said the Kings are technically a better team without De'Aaron Fox. And Keon Ellis, who's playing, I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he said. Keon Ellis, who's now the starting point guard, has been doing amazing things, and they've just been better without him. They're a minus whatever when De'Aaron Fox is on the court, and they're a plus something when Keon Ellis is. And he just said the Sacramento Kings are better. Now we can look at this game. You say, oh, Mark, this is a bad night to say, the Kings are, that's wrong. This is a bad night. They just beat the Boston Celtics without De'Aaron Fox. Now, this is just a situation where the fact of the matter is numbers do lie. Numbers do not always get it right. And this is one of those situations. There's no way we could sit here and say that the Sacramento Kings are a better team without De'Aaron Fox. Without De'Aaron Fox, that leaves that adds more limitations. That takes away another element you have when it comes to scoring the ball, especially in closing moments. And these are things that you can't put on a stat sheet. De'Aaron Fox is one of the best point guards in the NBA. He proved that over the last few years, and he's done it on a nightly basis. Now, they're winning. It's not like he wasn't a part of this winning. He's only missed the last 3 games, so he was there for the first half. And, when a win is a win. But there's no way, it is absolute blasphemy to say the Kings are better without De'Aaron Fox. I feel like it's hard for me to even explain how wrong that is. How wrong that is. And like I said, I thought this was a great time to talk about this. I'm not, Tom is a great guy, does a lot of great work or whatever. But this was one of those ones. This reminds me of the time, I don't remember who it was, but they came out with the stat and said, statistically speaking, it says that LeBron James is the slowest player in the NBA. And they tracked it by they said this goes by how, like, when the ball is going across the court, who's the last person to cross half court? And it was usually like LeBron James. But it doesn't factor in the fact that LeBron might be back there on the ground. LeBron might be arguing with a referee. LeBron, who knows what LeBron is doing, but nobody in their right mind could really look at a basketball game and say LeBron James is the slowest player in the NBA. That's what saying the Sacramento Kings are better without Fox. Now, in certain circumstances, have they done better? Of course. Did they, beat the Boston Celtics without De'Aaron tonight? Of course. Are they the energy is running so high in that locker room right now. The vibes are so good right now. It's going to take a team to have to knock them off their high horse. That's why I thought it was it's no reason to rush De'Aaron back with this injury. There's no pressure, to rush him back. They're winning games. And while they're winning, ride this wave, ride this energy. Nothing needs to change right now. Unless De'Aaron is healthy, fully healthy, his butt is feeling good. Pause. But unless that's the case, go ahead, rest up, get right, because we're gonna need you going down the stretch. Because no matter what happens right now, no matter what happens in the next game, win or loss, De'Aaron Fox is still the best player on this team, and De'Aaron Fox is still a guy that the Sacramento Kings will need desperately moving down the road. But this Boston Celtics win, this was huge. This Boston Celtics win, I think, is a statement game. This Boston Celtics win is one that you probably remember later on down the road, especially if the Kings finish off and have a really good season. This could be a turning point. This could be where they cross 500 and keep going. How far can they go? It just depends. How do you feel about it? How do you guys, Kings Nation, Beam Team, how do y'all feel about it, man? Let me know in the comments if you reach it. I need to get back to my workout because, that's how they putting out a good performance out on the court. They're getting it in behind the scenes, and then they going out there and perform. And now that's what I need to do. I need to get, I need to unbig my back right now and put some work in this gym. But I just had to jump on here and let you guys know that the Beam Team, the Sacramento Kings, the 916, they are back, baby. They are back. And I'm happy to see it because now we should get good basketball for the rest of the season. And I'm going to let that be the conclusion. I know I was all over the place. Again, Tom Haberstrom, man, I appreciate your work, and I hope you don't take this as a diss, but I just had to correct you on that, bro. The Sacramento Kings are not better without De'Aaron Fox. They're better with him. He's the star. He means so much to this team and franchise that stats can't show it. But Malik Monk, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, Keon Ellis, Trey Lyles, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Huerter, Devin Carter, who played his butt off tonight when he played, the rookie Devin Carter, shout out to DC. They said, yo, Fox, we a team, and I got your back, bro. Rest up your butt and get healthy. We'll hold it down till you get back. And that's what the Kings did, but all because Coach Doug Christie got these guys believing. And again, I got y'all watching the Bleav in Kings podcast. So y'all better be believing.